I think that that early forge is really going to help KiwiKaKi in the long run, but I would definitely like to see what he is going, what else he is going. He does have that Observer, he does have the Twilight Council, but he is not committed to any High Templar or Colossus build, and he is going to be taking out this Evolution Chamber. I don't think he canceled it in time, so a huge loss right there for oGs, and I love this Stalker play, blinking right up in the map, but he does lose a couple of Stalkers, a little bit of lazy blink micro there, and he even puts the shield down for the sentry, although he does lose that sentry. Still getting poked away. I'm not sure, a little bit of mismanagement by KiwiKaKi there, but he is able to contain the Zerg force a little bit and maybe even snipe out this next expansion that looks like exactly what's happening. I don't think that oGs is going to be able to save this in time. Even with that Queen heal, he is not going to be able to. No! That hatchery does go down, and KiwiKaKi is now in a tough position. He has to run away, does not want to get caught by those Zerglings, but I don't think that oGs has enough Zerglings to take care of this force, and I believe that KiwiKaKi sees his other hatchery. Yeah, he might even be trying to snipe this down as well. His escape route is pretty obvious. He just has to go up here and blink down back towards his base, and that hatchery goes down as well. So right now it looks like KiwiKaKi is up on the advantage, the economic advantage. oGs aggressively expanding and is not working out for him. These Stalkers just have great mobility right now on the map, denying the Zerg player almost complete map control, pretty much containing him to his original expansion points. And KiwiKaKi, I'm not sure what happened here. I believe that the Nexus was destroyed. I must have missed that, but it looks like here's a drop coming in right now. Lots of units being built, and let's see, might KiwiKaKi lose his main base? Those Stalkers are moving in, those Overlords are dropping in, all of those Hydralisks, and this is going to be a huge blow to KiwiKaKi. He's not going to be able to defend this position in time. Right now, those Hydralisks are going to town, and the Nexus goes down. The Stalkers are blinking up. Might they be able to catch these Hydralisks and the Overlords? I don't know if this was actually worth it for oGs to do this, because he is going to be losing this force, but he was able to snipe the Nexus. Thankfully, he was able to get those Overlords out, and he is now doing a dual prong attack, so actually this was very well executed by oGs. He was able to kill one Nexus. He might even be able to get another base going here, but I think oGs is going to retreat. He does see that the Terran force has remobilized and is now in a stable defense position. oGs going for that high yield expansion, and it looks like there's a little battle going on right here. oGs is now trying to focus down these Stalkers. I don't really think he should be attacking here. This is just too much of a protest force for him to deal with. These Zerg units are going down. There's no question about that. All it will require is a couple of blinks, whittle down this force, but KiwiKaKi decides not to engage on that. I'm not too sure why he did not want to chase these down a little bit earlier. Maybe a little bit of a mismanagement of micro, and one Hydralisk goes down, and the rest go down as well. So in production right now, we see 7 more Hydralisks, and it looks like more upgrades for KiwiKaKi, so he is actually going for 3-3. This is going to be incredible. He just has that armor finish right now, so Stalkers with 4 armor, that is pretty beastly to be dealing with right now. And oGs is just now on a 1 attack 0 armor, because KiwiKaKi was able to deny him that evolutionary chamber, but KiwiKaKi is on the run right now. There's a lot of Zerglings. Those Zealots are definitely going to go down. KiwiKaKi is going to need to warp in some more forces if he is going to deal with this, but it looks like KiwiKaKi was able to get a little bit of a good position, and great move by oGs. He was definitely baiting his Zerglings there to try and trap these Stalkers. The Stalkers in a poor position right now, just being focused by the Roaches. Blink is finally up, so they are now getting out of here, getting into a better spot. In production, we see more Stalkers. There is nothing else but infantry units right now for KiwiKaKi. He is sticking to this build. I mean, he probably should. He does have that 3-3 upgrade, so huge upgrade advantage for KiwiKaKi. I think that that's really going to win him the game if he does manage to take this victory. He has a sizable amount of Stalkers right now. He does have pretty good map control. He has pretty similar economy to the Zerg player, but I think those upgrades are really going to make these units last a lot longer. And looks like KiwiKaKi is looking to deny some more expansions right here. Roach is going back. Hydra's trying to push the Stalkers back. A couple of sentries here. Guardian Shield should be coming up soon, and no, he's doing the force field split, so he is splitting up some of those forces, trying to move some of those Hydralisks back, even doing some blink micro, moving weak Stalkers to the back, and KiwiKaKi actually is going to take on this force pretty comfortably. He's going to have a lot of Stalkers left to deal with this, because he just has so many upgrades on oGs right now. He is definitely going to be able to take this force out. A couple of Zerglings scurrying in, trying to take the Stalkers but KiwiKaKi is able to take this force pretty comfortably, so he is now moving back because the Zerg player was able to reinforce, and there is the rest of KiwiKaKi's force. If he is going to be able to pinch this position right here, he's definitely going to be in a good spot. A great micro with those Stalkers, saving a lot of weak units there, and KiwiKaKi is going to be able to push up. He is denying oGs a lot of map control right now, but at the same time, we have to notice that KiwiKaKi is not pushing out himself, economically at least. He might be throwing up a Nexus right now. Yes, that's exactly what we see. So oGs is definitely going to lose his hatchery. Just look how fast that goes down to Stalker Fire. If he had an Immortal, this thing would die in like 2 hits. This is unbelievable. 3-3 upgrades is so helping him in this game right now. This is incredible, and oGs is struggling to maintain on the economic field. He is just producing at this point I'm sorry about that. He's just producing at this point Hydralisks and Zerglings, but I don't really think oGs is going to have enough manpower to defeat this. Looking at the economy, it is fairly even, but KiwiKaKi is going to be able to secure this high yield expansion. So I think that KiwiKaKi is going to have a much better position in the long run, but he is going on. It looks like he is going to engage in this position. He has been denying oGs these expansions for the entire game, having some great map control going on right now. And here are the sentries and the Stalkers going in this position. A little bit of missed micro by the sentries there, trying to get those force fields up, and he is pinched here slightly, but I think he's going to be able to take on this army pretty comfortably. All those Hydralisks are going down. There's so much blood and carnage right now in this battle, and I don't think that oGs has enough to deal with this. He does have that +2 upgrade right now, but I think KiwiKaKi is going to be able to outman oGs, and there's the GG. So KiwiKaKi comfortably taking the first win in this match of 3. That early upgrade play was definitely very great to see, and I love to see that KiwiKaKi realized that he might be in trouble going for that double gateway early Zealot push, because he saw that the hatchery was up. I think he was worried about defense, so he decided to sit back, get a Nexus here, and then make a good defensive position here. Just look at this. There was a gateway right here. The only entrance into KiwiKaKi's base would have been if you bust through these gateways, or if you go all the way around into this little choke here, which can be defended by Zealots. So KiwiKaKi has some great defensive tactics for the Zerg player to go, and he didn't really have to use that all that much, because he was very aggressive with the Stalkers, blinking around the map and pretty much using Stalkers almost exclusively this entire game. He was producing a couple Zealots and a couple of Sentries. The force field play was very great at the battle right around here, so definitely what won KiwiKaKi the game was making the good decisions on knowing when to expand, knowing when to even up the ante on the economic game, and that early infantry upgrade tactic definitely helped him out throughout the entire game. Alright guys, that is going to be it. If you liked my cast, then please come check out my channel. It is going to be posted in the description below. I am Maze. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.